And the reason people think it's dead because people think it's a platform full of, fucking Karens. That stuff gets absolutely eaten alive by your audience on those platforms. So we took over, simplified the campaigns, targeted well, had a good offer, and lo and behold, got them great results, got them 50 leads within the first 2 weeks. If you have a business that's visual, if you are able to create content, this is a massive, massive opportunity to get on this platform while you can. Which social media platform is the best for local service businesses? And today we're going to discuss a few platforms: Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. So firstly, I'm going to start with Facebook. Still a massive opportunity here. A lot of people say it's dead, but it's actually not dead. It's got 3 billion daily active users, so you'd be absolutely foolish to ignore this platform. It's one of the biggest platforms, it's one of the OGs. It's a platform that has the most data, it's the most intelligent about your audience, and it's the one you can get really great results. And if you're a local service business, let's take Facebook for example. So if you're a local service business here, then it's really good because it's community led. It has group pages, community setup pages to, organize events, things like that. So it's absolutely great for a local service business if you're offering, something that's very good for the community. You can play on the locality of your business, and you know what? It's one of the best platforms to advertise on. But what you got to remember, like platforms like Facebook, Instagram, is very much a pay-to-play platform. So it's had its day where you could do a few posts and they blow up organically. Those days are gone. It's really, really tough for that to happen now. And you've got to have something really special to do that. And what's really good with Facebook as well, and the reason people think it's dead because people think it's a platform full of, fucking Karens. But it is, but it isn't. So what Facebook have done, they've tried to take a leaf out of Instagram's book because they own it, and they've made it more led towards video. So they've got their own real platform and people are still getting hooked on it. And I've got countless results of when we've done advertising for a numerous amount of local businesses where they've had absolutely banging results with Facebook. It's just, people think Facebook's dead, particularly when it comes to advertising, because they don't advertise right. And advertising's moved on. It's not as simple as, back when it was in 2015 where you could simply just put up an ad, do some clever targeting in the back end, and then it works. That just does not happen anymore. So what you've got to do now with Facebook, it's all about content, it's all about your offer, and that's where people fall down, and that's where we've helped businesses in the past. They've given them the strategic advice, and I'll give you one example. One called the UKMC. They are a mortgage broker, and we started advertising with them, but they didn't understand the offer. They thought they could just roll with the same old shit of like a free book call, but everyone's doing that, and it doesn't quite work the same anymore. So we helped them. We gave them the strategic advice that they needed, and we were getting them good results. We were getting them 44 leads per month, around 40 to 50 a month, without the offer at first. But then we managed to give them the strategic advice. I absolutely mithered to death their owner because I knew how important this offer was to get right. So I mithered him to death, managed him to commit to something, and then we focused on remortgages to families, but the offer was key. We gave them a free will worth £299, and this absolutely changed the game. Within the next 30 days, we'd actually 2.5x the lead flow, and we were getting over 100 leads every single month using this offer, these ad creatives targeting families and things like that. So that just goes to show platform's not dead. Facebook's really, really good, particularly for local businesses, and I'd 100% recommend it to anybody. So next, we'll talk a bit about Instagram, again, great platform, a bit more visual, and it's great that it's visual because if you've got a visual business, like perhaps you're a construction business and you've got befores and afters of kitchen fits, bathroom fits, house renovations. That stuff gets absolutely eaten alive by your audience on those platforms. So that's really good. Again, because Meta owns Instagram and Facebook, they're both doing similar things, both really video based, seeing the most success with videos on there. And that's what you've got to be doing on there, showcasing your business very, very visually. You can still do this even as a mortgage broker, right? That doesn't, it's a service. It doesn't really have any fancy bells and whistles like bathrooms or anything like that, but there's still scope to do things. You can interview customers, you can educate people about houses. So if you've got a business like that, you can go and educate on there. You can post up to 20 images now, and people love flicking through that stuff. It's like catnip. They absolutely love clicking through that stuff. You can create little teasers, reels, whatever it may be. The opportunity is massive. Like these two platforms, they are so big, they've got so much data, it's so easy for them to find your audience now, and it's all done really, really easily through their AI. And I'll give you another example. We've got a company called Trustify. They were a new financial business, and they hadn't advertised before. It was a new ad account, and their marketing team were trying to run ads, and marketers, they're great, but they don't know everything. That's why you have to give it to the specialists sometimes. They're trying to run ads. They got like 4 in a week. We took over our bread and butter, and we actually simplified their campaigns, because sometimes when people start advertising, they make everything on these platforms way too complicated. We took over, simplified the campaigns, targeted well, had a good offer, and lo and behold, got them great results, got them 50 leads within the first 2 weeks. So that was just on Insta. There's really, really great opportunity for these platforms. Now, finally, I want to talk about the opportunity of TikTok. So TikTok it's an absolute funny thing. It's a platform geared to video. So you need to be able to create video on a consistent basis. But because it's so new, it was like Facebook and Instagram of the early days, where they would give out organic reach. And what I mean by organic reach is it means you post something and it gets pushed out to a wide audience very, very easily, and more importantly, for free, so you don't have to pay. So if you have a business that's visual, if you are able to create content, this is a massive, massive opportunity to get on this platform while you don't have to pay for advertising to get to a wide audience. It's really, really interesting. People get stuck on there for hours at a time. So if you can get your business on there, that's absolutely great. And I think for a small local business, if you can locally target your customers through your videos on this platform, and because it gets pushed to so many people for free, it's just an absolute massive opportunity. And I think if you've got the capacity, do it. I always say with this kind of stuff, focus on one area first, and then, after focusing on that one area, you can then move on to the next one. So master one platform first, then move on to the next. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. This is a recommended video from YouTube. I hope you liked it, and see you in the next one.